Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.
That time. Yes, it's that time of year. Thank you, Austin, my microphone. Taylor, 500 help to get your furnace service because it is getting chillier. And of course, fall season is here. So call Taylor now, have him come over, make sure everything is working right with your furnace before you turn it on for that first time. And also call Taylor for their Plumbing Safety Essentials Plus plan and save $100 on a Bradford White water heater and get free diagnostic fees and no overtime charges. Since 1947, Taylor Heating and Plumbing and Bradford White have been the most reliable source for all your plumbing and heating needs. Of course, Taylor does duct cleaning, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, home energy, and comprehensive maintenance plans. So give the guys a call. Call Taylor 500 help. And of course, you want your driveway sealed. You want to make sure that it's done before the cold weather sets in. Call Express Sealers. Nothing makes your curb appeal look nicer than a freshly sealed driveway. It always looks amazing. So call them today. They do a professional job. They use thick, professional, hand-applied, commercial-grade seal coat. Call today, 645-2010. That's 645-2010. And of course, our guys, Precision Lawn and Garden, Kimberly and Justin in Webster, Rochester's lawn specialist since 1969. If you need a chainsaw, if you need a snow blower, if you need any kind of blower or lawnmower, because maybe your lawnmower just crapped the bed at the end of the season, they can make sure that you get a great lawnmower at a great price. They have all kinds of models, in-stock models, sale models, Toro, Aaron's, whatever you need. It's Precision Lawn and Garden in Webster. Make sure you talk to Justin and Kimberly, and they will set you up.
Live from the We the People broadcast studio in sunny, chilly 60-degree Irondequoit, New York.
Hello.
She's working off her anniversary bender.
What?
Sorry about yesterday. Here's Kimberly Ray.
Hey, it's Kimberly's Revolution. Happy Tuesday. Feels like a Monday. It happens that way when you only work part-time, right?
Right.
We welcome all the Patriots to the We the People Podcast Network. We are glad that you are joining us today. Of course, I am Kimberly of Kimberly's Revolution. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Precision Lawn and Garden, Taylor Heating and Cooling at Taylor 500 Help, Fantuzzo's Acupuncture, and Brian over at Express Sealers. They all do a great job. Please support our sponsors because they support us here at the We the People Podcast Network, and we could not do our job without their money and advertising. So, hate to have it all boiled, back down to money, but that's what makes the world go round, and nothing's free. At least I know that President Biden says everything is free, but it's not, people.
It's free.
Nothing's free in this world.
Sure it is.
Nothing free is not free. Sounds good, not free. There's always a catch. We're going to get to that. We also want to thank Austin for being here today. Austin is here. There he is. And of course,
hello,
the hostess with the mostest, Just
Who?
Tom.
What?
Just Tom
No,
is joining us.
I'm the shadow.
You were the host with the most on Friday night. It was your
just
birthday. You were having a great
done.
time. You were getting it done.
Right.
We put on a hell of a little party here in the parking lot of Revere Realty at 530 Titus Avenue. And it was a great time seeing all of our Patriots.
Sure was.
I want to thank Julie and Jackie for bringing out those apples, are the best freaking apples ever. I don't know where your farm is
Kirby's.
in Albion. Is it Kirby's?
It's Kirby. Yeah.
I got to go. Those apples are amazing. So thanks to Julie and Jackie. I call them the twins. They're not twins. One's older than the other. They're both beautiful, but
Thank you, ladies.
We appreciate them coming out. And of course, all the Patriots who came out Friday for our little shindig. We all had a great time.
I enjoyed Cupcake Chris. Her
Did you?
little. I got one of her cupcakes. I didn't get a piece of my own birthday cake though.
I didn't get any of your birthday cake either.
Well, you did the Shane Shuffle, so nobody knows what's going on.
I did the Irish goodbye.
We call it the shade shuffle. There was a guy in our group of hockey dads.
Yeah.
And it would be like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're like, where the hell did Shade go?
I backed
The
out
shade
slowly.
shuffle.
I slithered away. That's what
Right.
that's what I did. But yeah, we had a good time. Megason, you missed a freaking party, dude.
What's up with you?
I've never known Megs to miss a party. Kimberly, I didn't.
No
I
excuses.
didn't hear anything about whatever that channel is, and I don't care. But anyway, and I saw Steve. I took my mother to the casino on Saturday.
How much did she win?
She won $978.
Why doesn't she go every day?
Please don't say that.
I mean,
Please don't,
what the
because I
hell?
have to take her every
Sounds like
day.
a full-time job.
So hey, Steve, I'm glad I got to see you. Happy Taco Tuesday, Steve says. Yeah. So Steve was at the casino. I bumped right into him. He says, "Hey, is this your mom?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is." So yeah, we want to thank Fitz at Rockbox Productions. He was on with us Friday, of course, for making the We the People podcast network happen. And Kimberly's Revolution helped us hook up all this equipment and made sure that we knew exactly what we were doing. We pretend like we know what we're doing on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Do a pretty good job of pretending like we know what we're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So we appreciate Fitz at Rockbox and, of course, all of our advertisers. I want to give a shout out to new clients. I've got a couple of mentions. Let me say, giving a shout out to Mike and Sharon. Mike and Sharon called me up. They're looking for a house. They've never, ever owned a house.
Really?
I'm so excited to help them.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I'm leading them along.
What are they looking for? A double wide?
Stop. No.
Oh, I just figured they're your clients.
Why? Because I'm a hillbilly? Is that what you're saying?
I
They're looking
guess.
for a double wide because I'm a hillbilly?
Right.
I can take an insult with the best of them. I don't really care. No, they're looking for a nice little house with some room. We're looking at maybe Livingston County, maybe Canandaigua, Farmington area.
So a double wide.
They currently live in Mendon. No. What is wrong with you? No, so we're looking in the range of 170 to 200. So I think we can find them something nice. We have
Sure can.
I've already set up some houses to be seen on Friday. So I'm excited for Mike and Sharon.
Get them a little land.
Mike and Sharon, welcome to Revere Realty. We are happy to help you and hooked them up with a great mortgage, broker that can help them through all the ins and outs of being a first-time home buyer. You want someone that knows what they're doing when you're a first-time buyer or anytime you go to get a mortgage. You want to make sure you're getting the best deal. And I think that this individual is perfect for Mike and Sharon. So I am glad I was able to help them, kind of steer them in the right direction. And we are set up to go. I also want to say, shout out to some folks that have bought my new build on Buttonwood. 419 Buttonwood is sold. We signed the contract yesterday. That's that new ranch, 1,866 square foot ranch is sold. So if you are interested in buying or selling your home, make sure you reach out to us here at Revere Realty. You can reach out to me at kgoodman@revererealty.com or Tom, and we can see what we can do to help you. But the market is looking, is looking up. Although I did get beat yesterday on a house in Greece that had 26 offers and went over 35,000 over asking.
Wow.
35, and I thought we had it. I told my girl, I said, "Man, I feel good about this offer. I think we're gonna have success." And
How far over were you?
30.
Oh yeah, it was pretty close.
We were 30 over asking.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, Kimberly.
I thought 30 over was gonna get it done, but it's one of those unicorns.
It's real nice. Huh?
It's a ranch in Greece that's on a really great street. And it was in that sweet spot of a price range at 129. So, that 129, 139, 149 range is really, really tough.
Yeah.
But I assured her we're going to get the job done. I am not giving up. We are going to find her a house. So, but again, if you are looking for help in real estate, get a hold of us here at Revere Realty. We're not big, mega realty company.
We're not.
We give you the personal support that you need.
You're only as big as you say you are.
You know
we
what?
have 67 agents here. You didn't know that?
I know, and they all do a great job. Marcus Williams was there. Got to meet Marcus on Friday. That was a treat.
Yes, Marcus is the greatest human being on this planet.
Marcus has so much personality.
Yeah.
I mean, he's incredible. So
he's way too good for us, Kimberly.
was Marcus on yesterday?
No, I think later tonight. I think Marcus.
Yeah,
at
tonight,
6 o'clock.
tonight at
Oh,
6.
Marcus is on at 6 o'clock. You don't want to miss
No.
Marcus's show. And of course, we got to meet Stryker as well. Stryker was there.
Stryker.
I
thought it was Viper. Is this Top Gun?
Stryker. But anyway, So anyway, on to what is going on. I took my mother yesterday to get her flu shot. And then she has to go to a lab to get her blood drawn every month because they keep track of some of her levels that, you get to be 87, 88 years old. And there's some things that you need to keep track of. So I took her to a U of R lab that's right on Long Pond yesterday in Greece. And oh my goodness, people. Oh my goodness. That whole mandate to get the shot has left people and company short staffed. And I'm talking about the U of R lab that we went to yesterday had an 1.5 to 2 hour wait.
To get your blood drawn?
To get the blood drawn. Just to get labs drawn.
Can't you do that online now?
And to get just give your blood on. What do? You just
Don't you mail it in or
yeah,
something?
you can do that. And I felt bad for those poor women that were actually running the front desk because there were some elderly people that were angry. And sometimes I will just tell you, and I have experience at this, some elderly people, not my mother, can act like toddlers. All of a sudden, they forget what it's like to be kind and calm, and they revert to 3-year-olds. And my mother is not exempt from that. And she was very angry that there was a wait yesterday. And I said, well, we can wait or we can come back. No, we might work. Here, we might as well stay. Okay, Mom, we're here. We might as well stay. So we did. We got her blood drawn. It took forever. But the mandate has caused every other lab that I know of in Greece, several had to shut their doors as of yesterday because they don't have enough staff to man the lab. So that the only working lab that I know of for sure is in Greece on Long Pond.
What about the meth labs in Greece? Are they still open?
Oh yeah, open for business.
That's good.
There's never a wait there. You just drive right by. Yeah, you just drive right. Certain areas of doing, you just drive right by. No problem. But yes,
get right in.
I always say the devil is better than the one you don't.
How many times did we say that?
The devil
how many times
is better than the one you don't. Kathy Hokel is turning out to be a devil, although Kathy seems to have a direct line to God.
Shocker.
Now I do not.
I thought my mom did.
I don't have a direct line to God. Austin, you have a direct line to God?
No.
Is that a payphone? Because they're obsolete. I mean,
my mother does.
Your mother has
absolutely.
I met your mother.
Yes, absolutely. She has a direct line to
your
God.
Mother is very sweet. How old is your mother?
85.
Does she act like a toddler or is she a very sweet woman?
Oh no, she's calm, cool, and collected.
Is she?
Yes.
Mom is not.
But she also knows that what time did the lab start open? What did they open?
7:30.
Right. Did you get there at 7?
No, my mom cannot get herself ready.
Exactly.
Until like 10 or 11 o'clock.
So you should have got there at 7, and then you would only had a half an hour wait.
I will tell you, trying to get her out. She doesn't even get up anymore until like 6:45. So this was a woman that always was awake by 5, at work by 7:30,
So breakfast, the price is right, and
then we might be ready.
Then you might be ready.
Depends on the day, Tom. We might not feel good during the Price is Right, and it might be a bad day.
Right.
But Kathy Hokel has a direct line to God, and she's
Shocker.
going to tell you all about it. Do we have the video?
All right.
Here we go.
Some strong words for the unvaccinated. She attended Mass at the Christian Cultural Center in Brooklyn this morning, telling the parishioners God wants them to be vaccinated.
Oh.
Yes, I know you're vaccinated. You're the smart ones, but there's people out there who aren't listening to God and what God wants. You know this. You know who they are. I need you to be my apostles. What? I need you to go out and talk about it and say, we owe this to each other. We love each other. Jesus taught us to love one another. And how do you show that love? But to care about each other enough to say, please get vaccinated because I love you. I want you to live.
Yeah.
This message comes
She
just a
says
day
God
before
wants you to be
nurses-
vaccinated. She has a direct line to God. I didn't know that. Can you see what that is?
Did somebody get vaccinated?
No, I didn't get vaccinated. You look at that real close. You look at that. Don't look at my nails because they look horrible. But look at that. Can you see that?
No.
That is a card.
That is a vaccine card.
That's a vaccine card.
I thought it was a hunting permit.
That is a vaccine card with Moderna spelled correctly.
All right.
Let me just read you the note that I received. There are a lot of these out there.
By the way, Kimberly, what's going on with your hair today?
I don't even know what's going on.
You
with
sure
my
it's
hair
not a
today.
wig?
It
What
is
do you-
not a wig.
What do you got over there?
What do you mean?
You look like Moira from Schitt's Creek. What the hell?
Real? I don't know. My hair is fluffy.
It's all over the place.
I had the windows down. I was jamming out. I don't know.
Did you
what's
drive the
going on.
convertible today?
I did not. I know it's all over the place. My hair looks bad. So here is what I was given. This was given to me.
A piece of paper.
This is a blank. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how to.
The camera just doesn't focus good enough.
Yeah.
It looks like a blank card.
Does it?
Yeah. We'll take your word for it. You're
All right.
you're an honest person. We
So
believe you.
it
I
says
saw Moderna on it.
COVID vaccine record card.
All right.
There are these are lot numbers.
Can I borrow that?
The first dose. Hundreds of people have the same number. There is no federal tracking system.
Oh.
So if I wanted to say go to a Bills game on October 31st, here's my do not pass go.
That might
card.
be illegal.
Here's
What do
my,
they do to you?
Here's my go-to card. Who's gonna check? Can I just say, here's what I
Well,
heard.
now they know.
Here's what I heard about Sunday's game. That they weren't even hardly looking at him. That they'd look at him and say, go through, go through, go through. So all I have to do is put my name on this, and all of a sudden I'm vaccinated. And apparently, if I'm working at any of these hospitals, I'm getting a hold of one of these. If I can get one, anyone can get a hold of one, right?
I'll give you $20 for it.
You don't have to go get your vaccine. Get a card from someone.
Right.
It's very easy. If someone will come up and hand me this, and it says where you got it, the clinician site, Walgreens. It says the date. It says the Moderna, whatever. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. I can go to a Bills game.
It's the honor system.
I mean, if I'm working at U of R or at the hospital or any doctor's
that's
office,
going to work there. I think they probably actually make you get a vaccine at U of R.
So they're going to discriminate also where you get the vaccine.
How
so
else are they going to know you've gotten it?
Basically, U of R is going to fire all health staff if they're not vaccinated. And if they are vaccinated and they have to get it there, I don't think that's right. Yes. So laugh my ass off at Schitt's Creek.
So-
Kelly says, my hair does not look like
Oh,
Moira's.
you look like Moira.
I do not. I just don't know what's
Do
going
you
on.
name this wig, Kimberly? Does this
I don't have a wig.
Does this wig have a name to it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I use different shampoo and I turned my head over to blow dry it because it was taking forever.
So what do you use? Pert?
Yes, Pert. So I have a vaccination card. Who wants one? I'll make copies.
I don't have the balls to do that, to be honest with you.
As long as everything's spelled correctly, how can you get caught?
I didn't even use a fake ID when I was a teenager.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I was going to bars at 16. Shocking.
Shocker.
Yeah, but these are lot numbers. There are hundreds of people who have the same number, and there is no federal tracking.
Okay.
So I've got a guy who's got a guy. You want one of these?
All right.
I don't know. I might have
Yeah,
some.
I said that 6 months ago. I've been waiting for you to come up with one.
What? That anyone could get one of those?
Hey, yeah. I mean, you could buy fake anything. Why can't you buy fake those?
I will just say that the Tony Awards for Broadway were Sunday night. And, of course, they all had the mask on. But Broadway people say they had forged cards. A lot of people who went to the Tonys say they had these forged cards just like this. Just like this. If I could show up.
All right.
I don't know why it's so blurry. But anyway, yeah. So they say that, They found people who could find those cards and they just filled them out.
Yeah, it's a good business.
It is a great
business is business.
But if I'm a nurse or a healthcare worker and I'm being mandated, I'm finding there's got to be ways for those people to get those cards. The U of R would know it's fake. How would they know it's fake? You know,
I'm not even sure they would even know if you just tell the human resources. I mean, I don't know, but if you just say, "Yeah, I got my vaccine, I'm good." How do they must follow up somehow, right? You must have to send them your my chart or something.
I have no idea.
I don't know how it works.
Was in Vegas over the weekend, went to the Keith Urban show and had to show proof of vaccination. They didn't even look. That's what I heard happened at the Buffalo Bills game on Sunday. I will tell you that for my husband's birthday, I surprised him with Buffalo Bills.
Oh, Buffalo Bills.
Miami Dolphins tickets, which is it's
in
a Halloween.
Florida.
It's a Halloween game in Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
No.
Lori wants to go to the one in Tampa. The Bills.
That is his birthday gift. But here's my card that I'm using. This is the card that I'm going to be using. You think anyone is going to really look at that? I'm going to put my name on it and they're going to look at it and go, yeah, she's good. Go on through.
Do we know what the penalty is for using a falsified
vaccination
card?
I think it's a federal fine. I have no idea.
Good luck with that.
I have no idea, but
it's not like anybody doesn't know who you are, Kimberlina.
They don't know who I am in Buffalo. They have no idea who I am. All right. Hey, listen, I was at Wegmans over the weekend. Have you been to Wegmans?
Not in a little while. I'm supposed to go this afternoon, though.
Okay.
I've got my honey-do list, and one of them is Wegmans today.
So I went to the grocery store on Sunday after we cleaned the house, probably about 10 o'clock to get snacks for the football games. And
how about them Chiefs?
Oh, my gosh. It's early.
It's early.
It's early.
All right.
I don't know. It is a felony. Sarah says it's a felony. Well, I've always been one to kind of, toe the line. I might stick one.
It's a gray area.
It's very gray.
Actually, probably not.
Someone says we use fake cards at Darien Lake. Good for you. A federal offense going to the pokey. No, I'm not going to go to the pokey. So I'm at Wegmans. This is the first time that I've been into the grocery store where, and we've said, you know what? There's some shelves that are bare. There's some stuff that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked on Sunday at how much stuff there wasn't. They apparently have no idea when the trucks are coming in. So on Saturdays and Sundays at the grocery stores here at Wegmans, it is absolutely, a crazy zone. Right.
What I've noticed, I assume you go to the one on Latta and Long Pond.
Latta and Long Pond. Sometimes I go to Ridgemont. I go between Ridgemont and
what I've
Latta,
noticed
Long Pond.
is they're getting rid of shelves. In other words, there's like sections of the store that's just like blank.
Yeah.
And they're consolidating all their aisles so that they move the stuff closer together.
So at 10:30, the trucks were just coming in, and amidst all of the craziness of people there, they are trying to unload and stock the shelves, which are bare. Again, cat food this week, you guys, they didn't have any of the kind I usually buy. It's the first time I have physically heard people bitching about it and speaking out loud about the bare shelves. There weren't hardly any eggs. Honestly,
normally there's a million
eggs. Right. There weren't hardly any eggs. I mean, seriously, this is a problem. And Costco and Nike say to order your Christmas presents now, because there's going to be a severe issue when it comes November, December. Supply chain problems are really continuing to be the canker sore on the butt of all grocery stores. It really is. They can't seem to get product in, and it seems to be affecting grocery stores now. So some of the honchos at Costco say that they're facing port delays, container shortages, COVID disruptions, shortages of various components, raw materials, ingredients, truck and driver shortages. So Costco is now capping the amount of toilet paper and other cleaning supplies that you can purchase. Again, we've already been through this once, and Costco says they're going to limit stuff again because they can see what's coming. Not because there's a mad scramble for them, but because they're having trouble getting that stuff from wherever it is to the actual Costco stores, right? Nike says 80% of its shoe factories in Vietnam are closed because of COVID. So,
Wow.
So that's 80% of shoe factories in Vietnam. So it's not going to be fun for any of these stores come time to order for Christmas. There is a huge supply chain problem that is worse than any of us could have ever thought.
You know, it was one thing I was reading in an article that Amazon last year did about 40% of the entire Christmas tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Christmas present business. And this year they think it could be closer to 50%. People are going to order presents online at half the volume than what they would buy at the local mall or the Target or Wegmans or Walmart or wherever. 50%.
Yeah.
That's incredible that one company has that margin of business.
Isn't it?
It's absolutely insane.
Right. So I don't have a membership to Costco.
No, I do.
Do you?
I love Costco.
So they're going to limit the amount of toilet paper.
Well, that's all right.
So you
we have a stockpile.
You better limit your bodily function. Listen, just stop pooping. All right.
Right.
Let's just stop pooping and we won't have a problem.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
You know, all that corn in the field. Let's go old school. Let's go old school like our ancestors in the late 1800s and 1700s. Let's just use corn cobs. Problem solved, right?
What are we using them for, Kimberly?
Free is not free, you guys.
Free is not free.
Please.
Freedom is expensive.
Do not be fooled into thinking that this $3.5 trillion spending binge of the Democrats is going to be free, because House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is scrambling to get this thing passed. The bill, which aims to move America closer to a European-style socialist worker state, is close to being passed and is real. They're calling it the debt bomb. Do we have that picture of the debt bomb? There it is.
Here we go.
It is going to be
Huge.
Absolute tragedy for the American economy if this passes. But you know what?
It's free.
Biden says not to worry. I'm not a numbers guy. You're a numbers guy. But here's Biden saying that the $3.5 trillion spending budget is free.
So they say it's not, people understandably. Well, it started off at 6 trillion. Now it's 3.5 trillion. Now it's going to be 2.9. It's going to be zero. In that plan that I put forward, and I said from the outset, I said, I'm running to change the dynamic of how the economy grows. I'm tired of trickle down. The trillionaires and billionaires are doing very, very well. You all know it. You've all reported it.
There's a trillionaire?
I didn't know there was a trillionaire.
I think there is one.
Who is a trillionaire? Is it
Is
it Bezos?
I thought Bezos passed
no.
it.
It might.
Didn't he?
You
No,
look that
I
up, Austin.
believe-
Isn't there the Brazilian guy or something?
There's a few companies that are $1 trillion business. I think Apple's a $1 trillion company.
All this debt has a permanent cost, you guys. Whether you want to believe it or not, free is not free. 3.5 trillion may not affect you now, but it's going to affect you and your children later. Because who do you think this is going to be passed down to? In the form of interest rates, in the form of higher prices at the gas pump, at Costco, at Wegmans. I've already looked at my grocery bill. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but when you go to the grocery store, whether it be the Walmart Superstore or Wegmans or Tops or Save a Lot or Price Right or wherever it is you go, you have noticed your grocery bill going up, almost doubling.
Well, I only buy snacks, so I don't know.
You guys don't eat real food over there?
Just snacks.
So you're gonna see a tremendous impact. in the economy. And that tremendous impact isn't going to be good. And if you think it's going to be a zero amount of money that is demanded of you, well, then I've got some property that's waterfront in Arizona that we can possibly sell you here at Revere Realty, because nothing is ever free like that. You looked at the numbers, right?
Yes. Austin, did you just see on the thing that there is a trillionaire?
Yeah, I think so. Was it Mark Cuban? Is that
No,
it?
he's not.
Mark Cuban's not the
sorry.
trillionaire.
Maybe he was talking about a trillionaire.
He was talking about
apparently Jeff Bezos will be a trillionaire by 2026.
Oh.
If his wealth keeps going up at the rate that it's currently.
Well, if he doesn't get married again and then has to pay someone out half of his salary, then half of his savings, he won't have to worry about that.
That's actually my retirement plan. I don't even think Jeff Bezos is gay, but you'll
marry him,
right?
For $500 billion.
Yeah, you'd marry him, right?
I'm not even gay, but
whatever.
Well, Hunter's going to need some money, so he'll have to give some of that to Hunter.
So what it looks like is there's two huge packages. The roughly not that kind of package. The roughly $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill and the $3.5 trillion spending bill that they said would inject an unprecedented amount of federal dollars into the social safety net, the climate change mitigation. All this stuff is bullshit. So we're putting all this money into climate change mitigation. Are you serious?
Got to save the planet.
Right? I guess. And then, of course, there's $600 billion in funding to upgrade the country's roads, bridges, transit, electric grid, broadband networks. And then there's a whole bunch of fluff that they really don't want you to know about.
Right.
All the crazy shit that we hear about always that is going to illegal immigrants. And by the way, the 10,000 of those Haitian immigrants that were in Del Rio were just released to go live their life. They're out there.
Didn't I read something?
Crossed the border. They went through whatever it is. They were talked to. There they are. And now the Del Rio border underneath that underpass, they're gone. And now they've just infiltrated the United States somewhere.
Didn't I read somewhere
They scattered.
that the illegals get a higher monthly stipend than Social Security?
Yes.
I mean, what?
Than your mother or my mother.
The normal's like $1,500 and they're getting like $2,000 a month.
Yeah. Over our parents and grandparents.
Over our parents who actually paid in.
Who paid in for years. I mean, my mom has worked since she was 17.
How stupid can we get in this thing?
Exactly.
None of it makes a damn bit of sense.
And for the healthcare workers, I mean, here's what I'm under the understanding. For the healthcare workers that are still working, I mean, this whole system, everything is so effed up. I heard
back ass world.
One of my friends, you met her, Luscious Lana.
You have a friend?
I do. I think you met her, Luscious Lana. Is a healthcare worker. She was here on Friday night.
I don't remember anything.
Oh boy, how drunk were you?
I was making hot dogs.
She was here after the hot dog making.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's a healthcare worker. They're bringing in per diem nurses.
Oh, I heard this.
To work at $70 to $80 an hour. You want to know how much Lana makes an hour? And she's worked in the
28.
She makes $25 an hour.
Wow.
Although, because there's not enough nurses to work because of the vaccine mandate, they're bringing in people to work right next to her at $70 to $75 to $80 an hour. Do you know what that does for morale?
Not good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
So when you look at this, and how is that even? That's not fair.
Well, didn't Hokel
These are
say
people who have been working through the duration? They've been working, sometimes overtime, sometimes 60 and 70 hours a week because there aren't enough healthcare workers to go around making $25 or $28 an hour, whatever they're making. And now all of a sudden, to keep up, they're bringing in the per diem workers.
Wow.
They're like,
what do you got to do to get that job?
It's almost like crossing the picket line to me.
You got one of those cards
I'm a union girl.
that says that I'm a graduate of something, so I can go do that for $70, $80 an hour.
I don't know how you get licensed to be. I think you're a regular healthcare worker, but I don't know how you get on that per diem. How do you do that? I don't even know.
One of those cards. They'll buy it.
We're paying for the socialist agenda. Yeah, welcome to it.
Yeah, Queen Hokel said she's going to use the National Guard medic corps or whatever and put them all in all the hospitals and pay them.
That's going to work out.
Yeah. So
that's going to work out real nice. And I think hospitals across the country are saying, hey, no more elective surgeries. We don't have the room for you. Okay.
Define elective.
I don't know. Heart surgery?
Is that elective?
I have no idea. What do they do with all?
Yeah, you don't need that kidney.
The victims of the shootings on the street. You patch them up and send them home? I would. I'm sorry. You got stabbed in the middle of, Jefferson Ave and West Main Street. You're on your own. We'll give you a Band-Aid and send you home. There's no room. If you got
an illegal with a hangnail, they go right to the front, right?
See, that's what makes me so angry about that. That there are illegals being treated better than our own U.S. citizens. I think that's
welcome to the new America.
What makes me angry. But when you hear Biden say it costs nothing, this is the Democrat. This is not even what do they call that? Fuzzy.
Fuzzy math.
Fuzzy math. This isn't even fuzzy math. This is Democrat math. How you get 3.5 trillion equals nothing is beyond me. Let's hear Biden again. He amazes me.
So it's not, people understandably. Well, it started off at 6 trillion. Now it's 3.5 trillion. Now it's going to be 2.9. It's going to be zero, because in that plan that I put forward, and I said from the outset, I said, I'm running to change the dynamic of how the economy grows. I'm tired of trickle down. The trillionaires and billionaires are doing very, very well. You all know, you've all reported it.
The trickle down is going to be the millionaires who own all the companies,
right?
Raising the prices and keeping your salary the same.
Why is this fake?
How do we not understand this? How do no reporters question him on this?
That's not happening.
How is that not happening?
Why is his fake voice sound better than his real voice? Can I
just say there is nothing going on?
Austin, quick, just play that beginning part again. His fake voice sounds normal, and his real voice sounds like he's, he's him. Listen to his fake voice. It's not,
people, understandably. Well, it started off at 6 trillion. Now it's 3.5 trillion. Now it's going to be 2.9. It's going to be zero.
His fake voice is actually normal. Why doesn't he just talk that way with like a radio? Talk with a radio voice.
There are some people that do use that fake voice, right? I've never been one to be able to do that.
Things that aren't free, Kimberlina.
What's not free? Ooh.
$20. Get yourself a Kimberly's Revolution t-shirt.
I love that.
If you've always wanted to have Kimberly Ray's face on your chest.
Yeah.
It's right here, $20.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
So you can go online. You can Venmo me. There's ways to buy it. I'll post stuff on the different things. You can just Venmo me and we'll ship it to you.
How's our website coming?
We got to get some bios and some pictures, and it's all ready to go.
It's all ready to go,
but it'll be shortly.
Okay.
And you'll be able to buy Kimberly's Revolution merchandise.
All right. Very good. Of course, we thank our sponsors, Fantuzzo's Acupuncture, Taylor Heating and Plumbing at Taylor 500 Help, Express Sealers, and Precision Lawn and Garden, which is up in Webster. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Please go see our sponsors. Buy a lawnmower or whatever it is you need to have your furnace service. Taylor 500 Help. I love those t-shirts. Whoever did them did a great job, but they really did. You need your driveway sealed before winter. Express Sealers. Make sure you call them because Brian does it. Brian was at the party.
I did. I saw him.
You saw Brian?
Yes.
Yeah. He came with a girl. He had a girl with him.
He had a girl?
He did.
I missed that part.
And your wife is back there helping you cook hot dogs.
Yeah, it was very nice of her that she chipped in. Her and Samantha, my Chad's assistant Samantha.
Yeah.
And Chad's mom. So Chad's mom's quite the worker there. She stepped right in and helped everything. So thanks to those ladies.
Hey, very much thanks because they did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? When you and your brother were little and someone did something wrong and you were getting in trouble,
Is this when he was shooting me with his BB gun?
the best thing to do is blame the other person, right? You blame someone else. You start playing the finger pointing starts, right? So General Mark Milley, defending his secret China calls, insists that he wasn't trying to undermine Trump at all, and it's not his job to assess the president's mental health. So the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Milley, told senators this morning that calls to China were routine and done with knowledge of Trump officials, and he says he is a loyalist to the United States and would never do anything to undermine the United States.
Weren't the loyalists like the redcoats back in the day?
So you call up China and say you're going to give them a heads up if we decide to attack them for any reason? I don't think that's being very loyal. He also disputed reports that he agreed with Pelosi when Pelosi called President Trump crazy. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and General Milley testified before the Senate today. Here's a little bit of that. It's a couple of minutes long, but we're only going to play a little bit of General Milley trying to point. And he also said that they told Biden to leave 3,000 troops in Afghanistan, but Biden didn't listen. Okay.
I know that there's some issues in the media that are of deep concern to many members on the committee. And with your permission, I'd like to address those for a minute or two. Again, I've submitted memoranda for the committee to take a look at.
You may proceed.
Got a lot
Chairman,
of merit badges.
I've served this nation for 42 years. I've spent years in combat, and I've buried a lot of my troops who died while defending this country. My loyalty to this nation, its people, and the Constitution hasn't changed and will never change as long as I have a breath to give. My loyalty is absolute, and I will not turn my back on the fallen. With respect to the Chinese calls, I routinely communicated with my counterpart, General Lee, with the knowledge and coordination of civilian oversight. I am specifically directed to communicate with the Chinese by Department of Defense guidance, the policy dialogue system. These military-to-military communications at the highest level are critical to the security of the United States in order to deconflict military actions, manage crisis, and prevent war between great powers that are armed with the world's most deadliest weapons.
Okay, sure. So what you basically, he's saying that, hey, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't think you're supposed to pick up the phone and call China's equivalent of whatever he is and say, hey, if we decide to attack, I'm going to let you know ahead of time.
I don't think we're going to hear.
Exactly. I don't think that is standard operating procedure.
No, I don't think we're going to hear those phone calls either.
No, we'll never hear those phone calls.
We heard Trump's phone call
to the Ukraine.
Right. We're not going to hear this phone call.
We're never going to hear that phone call.
Right.
And then, of course, he's being grilled about the withdrawal from Afghanistan that was so poorly done, that killed 13 of our servicemen and women, that left American citizens on Afghanistan soil unable to get out, that left the Afghan citizens that helped the U.S. military, left them behind. I mean, he's being grilled about it, but he, along with Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, said that they told President Biden to leave 3,000 military in country and that President Biden didn't listen. Do you buy that? Because I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a skinny second. One, I don't think Biden is the one that's making the decisions.
Well, that's true.
And I don't think he's competent to understand it to begin with. Well,
I'm not in the position to question a man of his stature. I mean, he's correct. He's, look at what he's done. Just when you get into a position that he's in, he should just resign, retire, and
fade away
and move on.
Right.
You can't. I mean, he has done incredible things for our country, and I thank him for his service. And I'm not going to question a man of that, of his stature. I'm just not gonna.
Well,
but he should realize that it's time for him to go.
And I think the patriots that are responding on the text line are right. He needs to be charged with treason. He does
It's not
need
gonna
to be
happen.
charged with treason, without a doubt.
Nobody's ever going to hear the phone call. Nobody's ever going to know exactly what was said. He's just going to go away.
We should
and
hear the phone calls. There shouldn't be, but we won't,
We
because
won't.
what's good for one doesn't,
Yeah, the only
doesn't
reason why
translate to
the
the
only
other.
reason why we heard Trump's phone call is because he okayed that it would be released. They're not going to.
and he didn't do anything wrong. Exactly.
It was a perfect phone call.
I just, so many things are so crazy. Speaking of presidents, I wanted to let you know that apparently it seems to be a trend that's happening. We had heard that Sirhan was going to be paroled. He was the one that shot Bobby Kennedy and killed him, right? We
Mhm.
heard that. There seems to be a little conflict within the Kennedy family. There are some that think he should be released. And I think Bobby Kennedy's widow believes that he should spend the rest of his miserable life in prison and die in prison. But John Hinckley Jr., his freedom is going to come very soon, and it's unprecedented. Others who tried to kill presidents were either killed by someone else or they were killed by the government. But the man who shot President Ronald Reagan and 3 others in 1981, John Hinckley, will be granted unconditional release by
Really?
a judge, literally making him the first person to ever shoot a president and live to see freedom. If you shoot a president, you should never see freedom or the light of day again.
Welcome to 2021, where millennials are in charge of the world.
Throughout history,
luck.
5 sitting presidents and 1 former president have been killed or wounded in assassination attempts, and the majority of those that were on the other side of the gun were killed, either by someone else or by the government. But yeah, so John Hinckley Jr. can be unrestrictedly released next year after 40 years since he shot
How many
President
Twitter
Reagan.
followers is he going to get?
He's going to live in the gated community where his mother lives. He was committed to St. Elizabeth's Hospital for more than 30 years before he was released under certain restrictions in 2016, but now he's going to be completely released.
Wow, that guy's got a good lawyer.
And you know why he shot Ronald Reagan, right? He did it to impress Jodie Foster.
I didn't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Do you remember where you were when President Ronald Reagan was shot?
No, but I remember the incident, with Brady and, when the Secret Service guy was one Secret Service guy and then the Brady bill.
Yeah, the Brady. Yep, exactly.
But I remember in my head, I can see it, them shoving him in.
I was in a history class my freshman year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually had a TV in the history class, and we turned it on and watched some of the footage.
So that I must have been in school as well, because it happened during the day, right?
So the U.S. District Court Judge, Paul Friedman, said if he hadn't tried to kill a president, he would have been released already. But see, what part of that is important in that sentence? If he hadn't tried to kill a president, should a guy who tried to kill President Ronald Reagan ever be able to walk free again?
Probably not.
He will be released unrestrictedly by June of next year.
And he'll have 20,000 Twitter followers the
Why-
same day he comes out.
Why have jails? Why not just let everyone out? I mean, they're nice people. They didn't mean to cause any harm. They didn't mean to do bad.
Everybody gets a 9th chance, Kimberly.
Let's not imprison people they just had a bad day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You try to kill a president, you should never get out of jail. In fact, he probably should have been, walked out in front of the firing squad. 40 years. We've been taking care of this piece of shit for 40 years. I don't even know how many untold millions of tax dollars we probably spent on him.
Yeah.
Haul him out in front of a firing squad, call it a day, go home, and never worry about the guy again. Shovel him into an unmarked grave and forget about these guys. Why are
he doesn't even get a marking on his grave?
No.
All right. Do they have those unmarked graves still?
You shouldn't be able to kill or attempt to kill a sitting president and walk free 40 years later.
Yeah.
This is the craziness that is now the United States.
Well, if
of
somebody
America.
had tried to kill President Trump, they'd be heroes now. So, who knows?
They wouldn't be doing time behind bars, I guarantee you.
No, they'd have 2 million Twitter followers.
But we still hear nothing about the U.S. servicewoman, the Air Force vet that was killed during the protests on
Right.
Washington, D.C. in January. You hear nothing about that. Not a thing about that. I look at stories like this, and I think the story about Sirhan, and I think that, you know what? We should release him. It's been all these years. He killed Bobby Kennedy, who was running for president.
Mhm.
They had already killed his brother, JFK. These guys, and of course, Oswald got taken care of by Jack Ruby, but these guys shouldn't be able to see the light of day.
You wouldn't think so.
You,
Hey.
you almost think there should be more Jack Rubies.
It's a new day. It's a new world.
It is a new world.
Yeah.
So you're listening to and watching Kimberly's Revolution. And of course, we appreciate all of our patriots. Just Tom, do you have a final Just Tom take?
I do. At what point in our relationship, it's been a year, at what point do I get more time? Just curious. That's all.
You get time the whole. You got
wondering.
a whole hour of the podcast.
I want to give a couple
What are
shout
you saying
outs.
that I'm stingy?
No, I'm not saying anything.
Are you alleging
No, nothing.
that-
Just wondering.
that I am? I talk too much.
No, just wondering.
Austin, what's your take on that? Is he saying that I steal the whole show?
It is your show.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Your name is on the show. Okay.
Kimberly's Revolution.
It is. Yes.
It's not Tom's Revolution.
All right. Couple of quick shout outs.
Okay.
Obviously to Donovan's company, we get a kickback. So if anybody wants to hire Swift Lot Service to get your stuff cleaned up before winter, 748-2026. 748-2026.
What does he do?
Cleans anything. Anything you need cleaned, he'll clean it.
Windows?
Windows. He'll clean anything if you pay him.
Really?
Yes.
Clean windows.
Yes. You want him to clean your windows?
Yes.
All right. I'll have him send over to clean your windows.
Please.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
All right. How do you feel about sheds? Are you a big shed person?
I don't feel
Because
anything
I'm
about sheds.
I'm anti-shed. You know the reason why I'm anti-shed?
Because
it's just more place.
Can I just tell you something?
What?
You
have no opinion on sheds.
I never think about a shed.
Do you have a shed?
I do, and I never go out there.
No.
You know why?
What's in your shed?
It's like no man's land.
What's
Whatever my husband wants to put
Okay.
there, I think in the 5 years
You've never
that
been in
we've-
your shed.
that we've lived in the house that we live in currently in
Mhm.
North Greece, I think one time I have stepped foot in that shed, and it was only because I was looking for a floaty. And my husband said, I threw it away. And I said, I bet you didn't. I bet it's in the shed. And he goes, nope, I threw it away. And I said, I'm just going to go back there and look.
Okay.
And so I did. I marched back to see if the floaty was in the shed, and it was not. But one time I've been in the shed. It's just it's not a place that I go.
So generally speaking, I'm anti-shed. You know why? Because when you have a shed, what do? You put crap in it.
Right.
And when you put crap in it, it stays there forever.
Yeah.
Just throw your crap out, people.
Exactly.
Okay. No, so I finally buckled. It's been 30 years. Lori's always wanted a shed. And so we got a shed.
You did?
Yes.
Did you get one of those Amish ones?
It's sort of like that. So I'm
Okay.
giving a quick shout out to Sturdy Built Sheds and Keith. So Keith at Sturdy Built Sheds over at that Westmar Plaza there in Gates area.
Okay, yeah.
You can buy them $300 to $400 off. They're already ready to go.
Really?
729-9119. They're not a sponsor of the show. I'm just giving them a shout
They
out.
could be a sponsor of the show.
Keith at Sturdy Built Sheds, 729-9119.
Is it a she shed?
It's gonna have our patio furniture in it. So no.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, because
We kinda
last
cover
year,
all of ours.
last year I dragged it down in the basement, and then trying to get it back out of the basement almost cost us our marriage. So the shed needs to be there.
Did you screw it up?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was not good. Okay, Austin, do you have that picture I sent you? Wait till you see this dog, Kimberly.
Okay.
Look at that thing. A Guinness World Book
That dog
of
can
Records.
fly. That you can take a trip on that dog's ears.
A Guinness World Book of Records.
Look at that thing.
12-inch ears.
Oh my goodness.
It's the longest
Look
ears
at that dog.
ever recorded.
Really?
Isn't that fantastic?
What kind of dog is that?
Some sort of hound dog, I think.
Hound dog.
Yeah, hound dog. It's from Oregon. All right.
It's the Antifa of dog ears.
Right.
It's from Oregon.
I don't know if you've noticed, but oil's at $80 a barrel, and they say it's supposed to go up to $90 a barrel. Thanks a
Along
lot,
with
Joe.
everything. Yep.
It's a good thing we're not energy independent anymore, right? You know, hey, we used to produce our own oil. The prices were low.
Yeah.
The gas prices were low.
Welcome to the socialist state of the United States of
And, you
America.
know, you made all these deals with the Saudi Arabians and everybody else. Well, guess what, Joe? They screwed you because now they've doubled the price and we're going to pay for it. So thanks a lot, buddy.
Fantastic.
When gas is $4 or $5 a gallon because we don't produce our own gas anymore. Good luck with that. Wait, I think I need my glasses for this one.
Oh, you do? You can't see what you wrote?
Oh, yeah, that works better.
Okay.
Remember, from 1980 to 2015, China would only let you have one kid, right?
Okay.
And then in 2013, they raised it to 2. Well, now it's actually 3. They're allowed 3 children. Why are they doing this in China?
Because they're preparing to take over the United States.
No, is because they have found out that for all those years, these people only had one child. And if that child passed away or moved away or something, nobody was left to take care of their senior citizens.
Yeah.
So the government now has to take care of these people because there's no family left to take care of them. So
That's what happens.
that's what happens. You
That's
know,
what happens.
policies, whether it's Democrat, communist, socialist, whatever these policies are, they all have consequences.
Yeah.
And, you know, for 20, 35 years, they only allowed everybody to have one kid. And there's nobody there to take care of the seniors. And, you know, now the government has to take care of them. So they don't want to do that. So they're going to allow you to have more children in China now.
Yeah.
And last,
I still think one is good.
and last, there was an article on ghost forests. And I'm thinking, what the hell's a ghost forest, right?
They have those set up for Halloween.
So,
No.
you know, it's clickbait, right? Ghost forest. You know, it's like, what the hell's a ghost forest? So it's clickbait. So you click on it. And guess what?
Don't do it.
Climate change.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Why am I not surprised by that?
Apparently, because of the rising tides and saltwater intrusion, there's places in New Jersey and other places along the East Coast where the trees have been affected by saltwater and have died, and now they call them ghost forests.
Wow. What will they come up with next?
I don't
It's
know.
all about fear.
It's all
people.
about climate change.
It's fear. It's limiting what you can buy. It's mandating your health care. It's telling you what to do. It is all part of the socialist agenda. Do not fall for it. Get one of these cards right here.
Get
Get one of
yourself
those
a
cards.
vaccine
Get
card.
yourself a vaccine card.
Kimberly's
And,
Revolution and their attorneys advise us to tell everybody that if you
When I'm
do get a
doing it-
vaccine card, we are not responsible for any
Not
results
responsible.
of your vaccine card.
I'm just saying, if someone tells you you have to have it, these are available out there.
Right.
You know, use it wisely. I know I'm going to. All right. That is going to do it for Kimberly's Revolution for a Tuesday. We're back tomorrow at
We're
4
back.
o'clock. Chad Hummel is going to join us. So join us tomorrow for Kimberly's Revolution, where the 3 of us are here. Tonight at 6 o'clock.
Well,
it's
hopefully,
Marcus.
at 4 o'clock today, I think Mr. Hummel is going to honor us with his presence.
Oh, I thought he said he was busy.
Did he?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
hopefully. I don't know. Austin.
He's been sending me stuff for the past
Oh,
hour.
Okay.
so-
All right. Very good.
Wow, we're going to get an episode of
All
Got
right.
Freedom at 4 o'clock today.
All right. And as always, we say on Kimberly's Revolution and the We the People Podcast Network,
God bless. Be kind to others.
Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.